Good morning, Mom. It's an
Good
honor
morning.
to speak with you today, and thank you for taking the time for us. And my name is Saryu. I'm the sports captain, and he's Ruhant, the cultural captain of our school.
Nice
And we
to
are
see you
delighted to
here.
have you with us.
Same here.
Ma'am. How does it feel to come back to the same school that you have studied 13 years ago? Like, how does it feel to see the same red color uniform that you wore 13 years ago?
If you say me, I would say that I would reimagine this moment, recall this moment once I go back. Right now, it's overwhelming for me. Like I wouldn't say like I'm very. It's like a mixed emotion. I'm too much happy. I'm too much emotional. Like I'm seeing you. I can remember my. I miss my friends. I wish they are with me right now. So seeing you all, it's overwhelming. More than to express that I'm very happy. That would be a very less of a word, because there are too many emotions running together. Because I can see the same Malini ma'am. I can see though the school has changed, but I can see sir who taught us, and I never imagined that such a moment would ever come to my life, that I was always in your shoes. So this shoes is something which is very new to me, which would take some time to analyze and actually accept this moment.
How did Sri Prakash shape you as a person, as a whole?
So before Sri Prakash, I would say I never used to speak up, like communication. So I was a sports person, but Sri Prakash, just there are so many new events which used to happen. Like I remember there was storytelling, and my name just popped up, and I don't know, that day it turned out to be a miracle to me, and I turned out to be very good. So that's how I came into a spotlight of becoming an anchor and speaking up on stage. So I realized that I don't have stage fear. I did anchoring in the aroma, and it opened a new horizon for me, which I never imagined that I'm capable enough. And once you're good at your communication, and once you're confident enough to project what you really want and stand up for yourself, then at least you're confident that you have said your point. You have said your point very confidently, and you know what you're speaking for. So once that is done, half part is taken care in the world.
Yeah, we did see the Aroma video back in 2010.
Oh, great.
Mani ma'am showed that to us.
Ma'am, since you mentioned in the seminar itself that your parents have denied you to join the army, so what was your parents' reaction when you first joined the army and your first day in the army?
So yeah, first day they were very happy. Like seeing the ranks, there's no citizen in the country, I would say, would not like it. And I'm the first, as I mentioned, I'm first graduate. I'm the first officer of my whole village. So it's a proud moment. Obviously, they have liked, and right now they're very happy of whatever journey I have taken. I think it's a very right decision I have done.
Yes.
How was your first day in uniform? How did it feel being in that uniform?
Soldiers really feel very heavy, because it's not just beautiful. It's like you have been given a responsibility, which you need to be on toes anytime. So as I would say that it brings immense happiness, at the same time so much of responsibility. And that's the day I realized that this is what life is like. You need to be happy along with responsibility. Sometimes you think that okay, the happiness lies in being no responsibility, but the real joy comes with doing your job with immense responsibility and the outcome ultimate.
Can you give us a little insight of how a typical day in the army is like?
So the typical day in army starts with a parade in 6 to 6:30. So 6 in the summers and 6:30 in the winters with a PT parade. And even as a doctor or any trade, you need to be physically fit. So there's you will be quarterly and annually being examined for that is called as battle physical efficiency test, where you have to run 5 kilometers with a weapon, and there is a PT test also, where you have to run 2.5 kilometers. And apart from that, you need to do vertical ropes, and you need to do ditch jumping and all that. Then you come to your professional work after your PT, freshen up, wear uniform and have breakfast and go to your professional work. So as a doctor, I can say that there are generally two kinds of, basically, to be very general. One is the hospital. Second is you are in a field setup. So field setup, like you are posted in a high altitudes. So either of this, you see the patients. Apart from normal seeing patients, being an officer holds other responsibilities of doing administrative work also. You need to procure your own medicines, you need to look after your sanitation, you need to look after the documents. So you need to look after your manpower also. And then comes the lunch, and then comes evening. We have again parade, where we have games parade in the evening, and call-offs. And other than that, you also in the evening you have something called as night drills also. So that differs. So this is a basic as a doctor.
When do you sleep at night, and then when do you wake up in the morning?
So even whenever you sleep, it doesn't matter, you have to wake up by 5:30.
Yeah, the same schedule.
Yeah.
So what were the emotions that you were carrying when you received the Vishisht Seva medal and the Chief of Army Staff Commendation?
So this happened, the news came when I was doing Brahmaputra. So once I drank enough water of Brahmaputra. So the first news came to be becoming a permanent officer. My interview cleared. The second news after a few days came of Chief of Army Staff, and one day before Republic Day, one day before that, the news came as this. So it is like, which I never thought I would be receiving so many awards in. That's why like Brahmaputra is altogether a different package for me. At the same time, it was a terrifying, horrifying, and with so many of good, sweet news. And still in this February, I'm yet to receive it formally in our investigate ceremony. So this February, I will be receiving it in my uniform.
And how did it feel like meeting S. Abdul Nazir, N. Chandrababu Naidu and Ramohan? You did get recognized by them.
I felt like, I felt very happy. See, adventure sports is such a sports, I would say in India only the sports values, people value it very less, and adventure sports, people do not know such a sport is also a sport. Okay, so someone at least appreciating it for my work and honoring it for, it's like, okay. Somehow I felt like, I would say more than personally, I felt happy that rafting has been coming up. The word rafting is being shown. Adventure sports is being shown. Because, ultimately, I'm on news today, I won't be. But somehow that people would remember that, yeah, adventure sports also people can be honored, can be felicitated. That made me really happy.
Ma'am, all of us want to be disciplined, but only few people have that consistency to be, disciplined throughout their career and throughout their life. So what suggestions would you like to give to those students who would like to be disciplined but don't have that drive? Like, what suggestions would you give to that student?
This being disciplined is also an addiction. Like it needs few days of commitment, and once you have that taste of it, then you won't feel good not to be disciplined. It's like, growing up is itself an addiction. So once you have that zeal of growing up, I need to do something. To do that, you need to be disciplined. That automatically, it's always like, I don't think so, like being disciplined should be a goal. There should be some goal which you're deeply passionate about, and rest of the things drives you through.
What would be your suggestions for students who are aspiring to be a doctor or be a part of the army?
So I would say, like, sometimes you just concentrate on, like, both things has to be concentrated: physical well-being and mental well-being. So physically preparing yourself, mentally preparing yourself. So this both things are very important. Sometimes we think that being in army is just being physical. It's more than physical, it's being mentally challenging. So you need to work on yourself. Like, you need to meditate for some time. You need to sit with yourself for some time. Know your personality. Know how you deal with your things. Now how you want to deal further with the things. Knowing yourself, we know whole world around us. Seeing the encyclopedia, everything. But sometimes we forget to dive deep inside ourselves.
Ma'am, both your professions and your hobbies have this risk barrier factor. So, is it just a coincidence that both your hobbies and your profession have the same kind of risk factor, or do your hobbies to enhance your skills in the professional career?
One of my hobbies is painting and sculpturing also. So I won't completely take it that way. But maybe the thing is that I like to explore things. So might be like whatever it is, like whatever is on my plate, I need to, unless I taste it, I don't know, I might like it or might not like it. So yeah, I guess that's my nature of being exploring things. And doctor, yes, I was like very passionate about knowing what's going inside our body more than treating patient. So that's how I dived into MBBS. And then gradually, as I said, like, I was always into so much of physical this, that I thought, like, adventure is a way. Adventure sports, the specialty of adventure sports makes you bring very closer to life. It's not like, philosophical. You experience it. You become so grateful for the minute of the things. Like, when I was in the mountains, I didn't have a bed to sleep properly. I didn't have good food to sleep properly. So once we come back, even stepping onto the bed and sleeping on the bed itself felt like a blessing. It's not. It's from deep inside. They say great. You should be grateful for things. You should show gratitude to it. It's like it comes from within. So that adventure, that's why it has that sport has some unique quality that not only makes you physically fit, but mentally to another level. And as a person also, once you go to a mountain and you come back, you become some other person. And if you go back to the same mountain, again you come back, you learn something else.
And who was this person who exposed you to activities like this, especially in a country like India where adventure sports is not at all famous or is lesser known?
Frankly, no one. That's why when I was said that no, like, we want you to come to the school, like, so my plan of coming to Visakhapatnam was nothing, just to make you guys feel that okay, there was no one for me, at least I should be there for someone, that such a thing exists. I don't know, it just went by for me. Like, I went for a trekking and then I was curious, and I googled, like, what about if these people are doing, like, if I am stuck somewhere in the mountains during treks, how I should save myself, how those techniques. And then I came to know, okay, there's something called as mountaineering course, which takes 30 days. And that's when I thought, like, okay, I will do this course of 30 days and dedicate it to mountaineering. Then I went to a mountaineering institute and did it. And after that, I was the instructor over that place. And then I pursued rafting, and then expedition came in place. It's just...
Mom, if you could go back in time and give an advice to your school age self, what would it be?
School age self, I would say, like, if I'm in the same time frame right now, and I won't go back to that time frame, but if I'm in the 8th standard, I would say, like, now the technology has come up so nicely, and the way the technology can be used to learn things is next level. I would like, even when I'm so much into this botany and all this, like, now if you Google Lens it, you see a tree, you learn 1,000 things about that tree. So it's such a great opportunity. I really wish that I had that app that time. you know. It's like it's something I would really work on. And yeah, I said Krishna also that I always tried pursuing reading literature and books, which I didn't. Still now I regret, and I really want to pursue it further also. I would say myself that please open some novels and read.
Ma'am, all of us want to serve the nation through the army, but not all of them do. Only few people with the guts and with the drive, they actually do it. So a lot more people would join the army if there was no risk involved, but only a few people can, such as you. So what characteristic of you differentiates you from the others who couldn't join or do not join the army, who wants to do it as well?
So in army it is said, like, you know, in army, if it's always nation first, your men next, the men who's under you, then yourself. So if you are a person who can keep your nation first, your people first, then no other skills is required. That's enough.
What would be the message you will give all the Prakashites that may like help them succeed in life?
So like there, I would say, like, there are, like, you know, not everyone has their own path to go ahead, to see life, and always thinking about too much of future does not make any sense. You know, you should always live in the moment. There's no other way. You have to, right now, what it is. You need to give your 100% what you're doing right now, and live happily. See, you know, next moment, it is never said. Like, next moment exists is only in your thoughts. In reality, anything can happen anytime. So you might take it as negative, but for me, it is a very positive way. When people say it's very risky, why are you doing that? I say, who knows? Walking on a road is also equally risky. Right? So, like, next moment can never be said. So, living in the present moment to the 100%, giving your 100% in anything you do. In anything you do, even if you paint, you pipe the floor out, doesn't matter. And when hard situation comes, always believe in yourself, your people surrounding you, your supporters, and in the universe.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for this interview.
Okay, welcome.